Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure, as usual, I always bring this message of emancipation to you, where I'm pointing you to look no other place but to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity, and to always use your energy to create your reality consciously. And that is why I want to speak to you concerning Abdullah and Neville Goddard, and how Abdullah taught Neville Goddard how to think, sleep, and grow rich. So I want to speak to you concerning how to think, sleep, and grow rich. Now, many people all around the world are quite familiar with Napoleon Hill's book called Think and Grow Rich. But very few people fail to realize that even before Napoleon Hill and all the businessmen whom he would have interviewed, and even Andrew Carnegie, that Abdullah taught Neville Goddard the secret of how imagination creates reality, and how the brain is a receiver and a transmitter of frequency. And as long as we can control our thoughts, we can change our environment. But Abdullah was very much mindful to teach Neville the importance of how he should go to bed and how he should awake, how he should spend each day. Because how he spend each second or each minute or each day, it would mean how he would spend each week. And that would also mean how he would spend each month, and each month would mean how he would spend each year. Each year would mean basically how he spend his life. So we have to be so mindful of our thinking. We have to understand that there is power in self-talk. We have to understand that a thought is a vibrational frequency, and that everything works by laws, and that there's a law of rhythm. Whatever goes out, it comes back in. And you can just look at the sea, and you see the tide that comes in is the same tide that goes back out. It's like a pendulum swing. Once it goes this way, it's gonna come back this way. Then you have to understand, as you sow, so shall you reap. You have to understand, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you have to understand, basically, how to break all mental slavery. And that is what Abdullah was teaching Neville Goddard when he was teaching him how to think and how to sleep to grow rich. So my brother and my sisters, the drowsy, sleepy state is where we are going to change dimension, where we're going to leave this 3D world to enter the 4th dimension, to enter into the world of source. And so we have to take our intention with us. So we see Neville, when he had this strong desire to go to Barbados, that Abdullah taught him the secret of how to think, sleep, and grow rich. But Abdullah did it in a way whereby he was teaching him how to get his ticket to go to Barbados without any money, and proving to him that when the Bible says, come and buy of me, come and buy milk, come and buy wine, come and buy honey, come and purchase it without money. so that he will understand that his true currency is his mentality, and that we are all electrical and magnetic beings. Also, when Abdullah taught Neville how to think, sleep, and grow rich, he was teaching him the secret of Job chapter 33. He was teaching him also the secret of Psalms 4:4. He was also teaching him the secret of Songs of Solomon, I think chapter 3 verses 1 to 4. He was teaching him also the secret of Matthew 6:6 and many other places in the Bible. Matthew 6:33, Joshua 1 and verses 3, anyway that the soul of your future child. Teaching you, because it says anyway that is soul of your future child, that's what he also gives to you. It is teaching you that wherever you can go in your imagination, you can actually go there in person. So if a person really want to go to, say, France, they want to touch the Eiffel Tower, they want to hug the Eiffel Tower, they can get a picture of the Eiffel Tower and imagine themselves in France, touching the Eiffel Tower, climbing up the Eiffel Tower. If someone wanna go to the Great Walls of China, they can get a picture of the Great Walls of China. I get a video of the Great Wall of China and look at it, look at it, look at it, and look at it. Until they can imagine themselves walking up the Great Wall of China. So even before this book was written, this secret was already known, and I'm saying to you, these secrets, they're already written in the scriptures. For the Bible, just as the human mind, must be interpreted psychologically. The Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history, it was written symbolically. And I've come to know all these things through my experience of the birth from the skull that opens everything for me. So it's really a pity, especially when I see people who look like me, living in such stupidity, believing that there's some man who's going to come someday from the sky. They believe in some alien that's going to come from the sky for them. And if there's thing like alien or extraterrestrial, I would have had an experience. Because I had an experience where a black being came to me one night. I actually thought my two eyes was actually open. But when I asked myself, what is he doing in my house when I was living alone, then my actual eyes opened, but my other eye was open already. You know, and I can tell you experience after experience. So my brothers and my sisters, we are here at this point in time to teach humanity their purpose here. And your purpose here is to learn to know that you are a creator. And to know that you are the creator beholding the creation. You are the perceiver beholding the perception. To learn that the world exists within you and not outside of you. Just look at your flash drive. Everything is downloaded in that flash drive, but you can look at the flash drive like that and see it. Look at the computer. The computer is a replica of a man. Look at the age that we are living in, this digital age. And you realize, with careful thinking, that the world actually exists within you and you're building an outer projection. Now when you learn these things, then you'll understand how to think, sleep, and grow rich. So my brothers and my sisters, if I have to take this whole message and put it in a little nutshell for you, I am actually saying to you that always remember to go to bed consciously and to wake and go throughout the day consciously that everything in this world is energy, vibration, and frequency. Then you will understand what the Bible says, that foolish gesturing and idle speaking lead to ungodliness. Ungodliness means you not living in the awareness that you're God in flesh, that you are the creator, and that is your talent creating your reality. Therefore, you have to hold yourself responsible. Because with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to think more wisely. So you will act more wisely. So you create more wisely. Therefore, we have to use this power not destructively, but creatively. So my brother and my sisters, let me end by saying, do not get caught up with the news. Do not get caught up with false identity. Do not get caught up with all these things that they're using to distract you from knowing how powerful you are, and to know that you just have to use thoughts and sleep. But it is very important for me to mention also emotion. So you have to be very conscious of your emotion, because emotion is energy in motion. So when you're using your thoughts to create, you have to remember to use your emotion, because you have to remember that the heart and the brain must be connected. And the heart is the seat of your emotion. And the brain is actually the transmitter. So you create the emotion in your heart, you have the feeling. That's why Abdullah taught Neville to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So he was sleeping in New York, but while he was sleeping in New York, he was going to bed, seeing himself and feeling himself sleeping in Barbados in his mother's home. So many people say to you, sometimes they say you can't be in two places at the same time. It depends on what they're talking about. When we go to school, they teach us 1 on 1 is 2. But in spiritual language, 1 on 1 equals 1. So my brother and my sisters, remember, when you're going to sleep, you're going into the real world. Because the only thing that is real is your consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. When I had my experience of my birth from the skull, I come to realize that I'm pure consciousness. That is why my true identity is not a black man. Your true identity is not a white man or a white woman or an Indian man or a Chinese man or a Japanese man. Your pure consciousness, experiencing itself. You're here having a human experience. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, get more in touch with the spiritual self and learn to understand how to think, sleep, and grow in prosperity. You see, most people see riches in just gaining material things only. But no, wisdom, good health, understanding your spirituality, understanding your sexuality, understanding all of these things is part of being rich. That is real wealth. When you find real wealth, is when you found wholeness. That's real wellness. So some people would say that they are vegan and they're not eating this, they're not eating that. But there's someone just going to one extreme. But when you find true wholeness, you understand it's an all-round thing. That you have to be in shape both physically and spiritually. And to do that, you have to be very, very, very aware of your mentality. You have to understand how thoughts do create your reality. You have to understand that. You must understand that God is your own human imagination, which is the creator in everyone. You must understand that. You must understand St. John 1 and 3 when it says all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. You have to realize that him is not a man 2,000 years ago. That him is just a personification of the human imagination. Then you will understand what it really means to use your imagination to get the things that you so desire in this world, if you so desire them. Because the most important thing in this world that you so mostly should desire is true happiness. So when these things come and you acquire them, that when it's time for you to leave, you'll be so mindful of your mortality, knowing that Psalm 82 says that we are gone. Nevertheless, we're going to die like men, because we come here to have that human experience. we decided to forget who we are until that time of remembrance comes. That's why I speak about the upper room experience in Acts chapter 2. That many religious people talking about the speaking in tongues and speaking about a but like among the foolishness. And when it says everyone who hear them could understand what they were saying, it is speaking about the universal language. When I speak the universal language of consciousness, doesn't matter what is your nationality, doesn't matter what is your complexion, you will understand what I am saying, because the universal question of life is who am I? And when the answer comes, must be I am. I am that I am. I am whatever I believe myself to be, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's why I can point you to look no other place but to look inwardly and teach you that as long as you learn how to think, sleep, and grow rich, you come to understand that a religion is a bitch. And that religion is all to rob you from your true identity. Politics is to rob you from knowing your true identity. Higher education too is to rob you from knowing your true identity. And that is why most people in my country, because they're so educated, they'll tell you that I'm crazy. And for so much years, they've been looking to academic education, to success, to have success, yet they're depending on tourism to make a living. And when someone right among them who have been awakened come to teach them the power of imagination, how to believe in their imagination, how to use their imagination to create their reality consciously, they can't believe it is so simple. And even as Abdullah taught Neville Goddard how to think, sleep, and grow rich, the biggest business in my country came from the Goddard family, Goddards and Sons, and it is known in my country as Corys. Yet all these people in this country, they believe I'm crazy and they choose secular Christianity. But the time will come when they will wake up and realize that a wise man was among them, teaching them how to look inwardly to create their reality consciously, teaching them how to think, sleep, and grow rich. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I really want to thank you all very much. I want to say to you, if right now you listen to me and what I'm saying is really resonating with you, is really helping you, it's answering the questions that you've been asking yourself, and you believe that you can use this teaching to grow, you can use this teaching to expand yourself, you can use this teaching to become a better person, you can use this teaching to be of value to humanity. If you believe that and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. But before I leave you, I want to let you know that this message I bring to you, that it is the single-eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And my brother and my sister, had it been that eye would have opened in me, and I've come to realize that when the Bible says you shall change from mortal to immortality in a twinkling of an eye, that twinkling of an eye is the opening of an eye. For you shall awake from the dream of life and found this life to be nothing else but a dream. And you come to realize that the experience that you will experience is the resurrection. You come to realize it is the virgin birth also. And you come to realize it is the rising of the sun in man. And when I speak of the sun, I'm speaking about the S-U-N. And that is why you will also realize that you've been deceived when they teach you to believe in a S-O-N over the S-U-N and make you refer to the S-O-N as the light of the world. How can a S-O-N be the light of the world when a S-O-N could never exist unless there first be the S-U-N? Because there could never be no life without the sun. Right next to me, where I'm living here, there's a church right by the road with a cross that says Jesus is the light of the world. And many times I try to tell them that's a brainwash. That's something that was given to them from way back when the ancestors were enslaved, and they think I'm crazy. They just can't think for themselves. So my brother, my sisters, let me just end here by saying to you, do not let anyone deceive you by telling you that the eye above the pyramid is an evil symbol. Because when you have the experience, you will understand that you're actually that pyramid. And you will realize that that eye is when you come to the highest point. You come to realize that it is the eye of the prophet, the eye of the mystic. It is the eye of God, the all-seeing eye of God in man. For you will have an awakened imagination. And that's why I always give you the symbol of the single eye with my hand above my crown chakra, saying to you that when you have the experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N and the S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And the sun, as in the S-U-N, has never withhold any good thing from you. And that scripture is Psalms 84:11. Read it for yourself. And in Malachi chapter 4 verses 2, you're also reminded that the sun, as in the S-U-N, of righteousness shall arise in you. You hear what I say? The sun, as in the S-U-N, of righteousness. Righteousness is a realization, not something that you acquire. He shall arise in you with healing in his wings. That's why I'm bringing healing to humanity by pointing to look inwardly, saying to you to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire and learn to think, sleep, and grow rich. Peace. I'm out.